Is TikTok going to stay or is it going to go? And should you even care? Well, today I'm going to be talking to you about why, irrespective of what is going on, why TikTok is still a game changer for your business. So if this sounds like a topic you are interested in, do consider sticking around. If you are new to me, welcome. It's time to thrive on the old 2025. My name is Janine. I'm a live video strategist and coach, the founder of Boss It Live. And what I do is teach you how to create amazing live stream content with confidence so that you are generating more leads, making sales, and attracting your ideal audience that you convert into a loyal tribe of super fans who buy your products and services. But at a foundational level, I want to come live to encourage you to start using your voice and sharing your message. So as you come in, do say hello, do say hi, do tell me where we are connecting from. I had planned, friends, and intended to wear some lipstick today, but here we are. Anyway, let me just check on sound, make sure everything is okay. Yes, I can see myself and hear myself okay. How do I know everything's okay? Got to have yourself a second device. I've been saying that for years now. How many years have I been talking about this second device? But you guys get the point. Let's see who's joining the live today. Hello again, Ms. Eileen Smith. How are you? I hope you are doing well. How are things in the US at the moment with everything that is going on? I hope you are all staying the course, staying focused and not getting distracted by what is going on, because it's easy to get distracted, isn't it? It's easy to fall into that place of panic. I know right now a lot of people are scurrying around the social media sphere looking for the next platform. Is it going to be Neptune? Is it going to be Lemon 8? Is it going to be Favorited? Is it going to be Clapper? Is it going to be, I don't even know. There are so many platforms. Let me know in the chat which platform you have heard about or that you're considering if things don't go according to plan. Now, I still believe that everything is going to be tickety-boo. And I don't want you to panic. I want you to stay the course. But the purpose of this live, I did debate whether or not I was going to talk about TikTok or something else, because if you are subscribed to my channel, you'll see for a season I have been sharing with you a lot of content around TikTok. The reason why I'm doing that is not because I'm a TikTok specific coach at all. I'm not, but I have had, as a social media coach, let's say, as a live video strategist, I've had a lot of success in a short period of time in being able to monetize through TikTok. And I'm not talking about monetization through the specific in-app features, which we will touch on today. But as a marketer, as somebody who has my own digital courses, coaching programs, memberships, etc., I have been able to sell those programs successfully and quite quickly using TikTok Live, which is why I've been dialing in and doubling down on sharing content about that. But if you come to my channel, if you're new to my channel, you'll see that I do share across board lots of different topics around live streaming, whether it's software, your confidence to speak on camera, whether it's platform specific, some of the updates of things that's going on, 100%. You'll see that in a mixture of different ways. So make sure that you definitely do subscribe, because we will be sharing, or I will be sharing, lots more content with you, and I'll be talking to you a lot in the community tab, so make sure you're dialing in there as well. But Miss Eileen has said, as long as I got the YouTube, I'm good. Absolutely. We all feel like that, don't we? I nearly dropped something. You know, as long as we've got the tube, as long as we've got our primary platform of focus, then we're just like, we're good. And I do say this to my clients. I do say this. I said this actually yesterday in a story, that it's really important that you don't put all of your eggs into one social media basket, that you are present and have a following and on another, at least 1 to 2 other platforms. It's not about spreading yourself too thin and being everywhere, but I definitely think it's important that you do have a presence elsewhere and that you are driving your traffic to alternative places, your community, let's just say your community, to other places. And also that you're intentional with your lead generation, your contacts list. I had to learn this lesson the hard way from many years ago, building a community, 5,000+ women. Some of you watching this will remember, women of worth, Let me know, hand up emoji in the comments, live or replay, if you remember Women of Worth. But I built the community to 5,000+ members and didn't have anybody on my contacts list. So when it came to my first ever launch that I launched through my community, there was no way for me to nurture them through emails, to let them know, you know, the content or the live sessions that I was going to be doing specifically, which meant that my launch, I really struggled to sell to this many people in a community of 5,000+. So it's really important that you're protecting with as much as possible, you know, looking at the parameters of what you can or cannot do, and you'll make sure that you're adhering to terms and conditions, community guidelines, etc. You want to think about within those parameters, what can you actually do to make sure that you are protecting what you're building. And whilst we all know it's other people's real estates, I think that we forget the importance of making sure that what we're building, we're protecting as much as possible. Does that make sense? So this wasn't what I was intending to say on this live stream, but I think I'd be remiss if I didn't kind of say that to you, that although I'm talking to you about TikTok and why it's a game changer for your business, some of the things that you need to know and to think about, I still would encourage you not to get distracted, but to be intentional. If you're a business owner, a marketer, you know, if you've built your platform, make sure that you're protecting it, because anything can happen. You know, outside of what's going on, you know, the platforms can change the goalposts as they often do, right? As they often do. So today, why is ToK Live a game changer for your business? We're going to be talking about it. We're going to talk about it. I'm going to share some things with you today. As always, I like to encourage you that if you have a question, please feel free to ask. I'm going to drop that here. If you've got a question, please drop it into the chat, live or replay. No question is silly, because I like to make my lives as interactive as possible. So when it comes to TikTok, I know for some of you, it feels like it's overwhelming. So I had a conversation with one of my Boss It Live Academy members, and we had our group session last week. And one of the things that she said, I don't know if she's here today, she was like, TikTok, I just find it so overwhelming. Do you find it like, especially live streams? So we were talking about ToK Live, and she was like, there's just too much going on. She finds it distracting, and it can feel like that. It can feel very distracting. Hello, Susan. Good to see you. Thank you very much for joining. Good evening, and God bless to you. It can feel like that. And I know, Ms. Eileen, you spoke about the fact that you're using streaming software because for you like to stream in a certain way. So you've been playing around with streaming software on TikTok, which, you know, I do have my thoughts around that, because I think as marketers, as business owners, especially live streamers, we need to be testing different things. But I also want to encourage that I think it's really important to try and keep things as culturally as close to the platform as possible. So some of you know that I've been experimenting here on TikTok. Let me stop and get it right. I've been experimenting here on YouTube with streaming the replays of my TikTok lives to go into the shorts feed, and I've been doing it via StreamYard. So I've been trying to, Ms. Eileen was trying to figure out what I was doing, but I was trying to make sure that I was keeping the content as close culturally to YouTube as possible whilst I was doing it live on TikTok and restreaming it on YouTube. And yes, it did work in the context of getting the views, getting into the shorts feed. But as it was a long live stream, as there was some evidence that it was a replay, we know as live streamers, we like to be part of the real-time experience, right? We don't want to catch the replay or catch a restream. We'll do it if we really want the information. But if you have come from the live streaming culture of 2015, where it was all about community and having that real-time experience, you'll find that you probably won't be as attracted to it. Having said that, you know, it does work, but you have to make sure things are as culturally close to the platform as possible. So I'm going to share with you today just a few things that I want you to think about when it comes to looking at TikTok, but ToK Live as part of your strategy. Remember, I said earlier on, and I will timestamp this on the replay, that I have been able to monetize very, very quickly on TikTok. And I'll tell you quickly what that is before I go into the actual points I want to share with you. My monetization through TikTok, getting people to my paid programs and services from being new to me to one-to-one, which is what I've been able to do, is that I've been going live and using the subscription feature to get people in at low barrier to entry. Now, there is a video about TikTok subscriptions on my channel, and I'll make sure that I actually link it. I'm pointing now, it's not there now, but I'll make sure that it pops up. I'm pointing to help myself when it comes to the editing, but I will make sure that that video goes up so that you can, and I'll link it as well so you can watch it. So it's been starting through subscriptions and nurturing through subscriptions and moving to a 4-week program. And then from the 4-week program, I've moved people either into my 6-week one-to-one program, ToK Mastery. I'm starting with a new client tomorrow, or into my academy. And I've also created a community space on Facebook to continue the nurturing. And I know some of you are actually part of that. So Ms. Eileen is part of that. Susan's part of that. And Susan actually is part of the subscription, as is Ms. Eileen. Susan also did the ToK Like a Boss bootcamp. She's part of the academy as well, and she also moderates for me. So thank you so much for being here, Susan. So what I'm saying to you is that it's possible for you to do it. That's the steps that I took. But my launch to my group coaching program, the ToK Like a Boss 4-week bootcamp, I did it via a live stream strategy only. That's all I focused on. And I was able to sell 3 spaces. Hi, Aaron. Aaron, is it Aaron or Aaron? You usually have to let me know the pronunciation. So welcome, good to see you. So I did it, as I said, via live streams on TikTok. And when I launched it on day 1, I sold 3 spaces. By day 5, I'd gotten to my goal and sold 10 spaces on the bootcamp. And then after that, I sold another further 4 places with live streams and then some DMs as well, because I do have a story strategy as well, which I'm actually teaching in my community at the moment. So that's what I was able to do. And I will do a dedicated video because I did post a poll inside my community, and I asked if you would want to, I gave some options for content, and majority of you voted that you would like to see a video about how I actually had a 4-figure launch on TikTok. And I've kind of said to you what my steps are, but I'll do that video. Let's just have a look at some of the comments. Good to see you all here. Thank you very much, Susan, for confirming lighting and sound is good. And Eileen said, I didn't know you had this channel. Is this one new? So no, this one's not new. I am streaming on the correct channel. Please don't tell me. Yeah, I'm on Boss It Live. You scared me, Miss Eileen. Miss Eileen's like, I didn't know you had this channel. This is my main channel, Miss Eileen. I have a community channel called Boss It Live Creators, where I do a lot of my collaborative live streams over there. I'm definitely gonna have to timestamp this live. So I do that, but this is my main channel, Ms. Eileen. Hello, Erin, how are you? Or Aaron, thank you very much for joining. And I see that you're all talking to each other, but those of you that come back on the replay, I will timestamp this. All right, so let's get into the topic, why TikTok Live is a game changer for your business. And we'll start with point number 1. So TikTok Live offers unmatched visibility. Unless you were sleeping under a rock, TikTok, unlike most social media platforms, with the exception of YouTube, this is not a social media platform, right? This is a search engine, as you will know if you're on TikTok. But if we're looking at the likes of Instagram, if we're looking at Facebook, some of the other platforms, LinkedIn, whatever, right, and some others, you don't get the same amount of reach. Now, is organic reach depleting on the platform like with any platform? Absolutely 100%. Of course it is. It's a business at the end of the day. However, our content, our live content goes out to the FYP, the For You page. And there are 2 elements to the For You page. So there's the general For You page, which is going to be video content, carousels, lives, everything will go into that feed. But once you click into a live stream on TikTok, it then puts you into a live only feed. So once you've clicked into live and you start scrolling, you will only see TikTok lives. So there is an opportunity for you to have that increased visibility organically to attract new audiences. And I'm going to talk about that on another point as well. So if you're thinking about, well, I want to be exposed to new audiences, then why would you not look at that as an opportunity? And the great thing about lives is that because it's a real-time experience and people are hearing you speaking as the expert in real time, they're 100% more likely to convert a lot quicker. I talk in my program, ToK Like a Boss, about understanding the follower buyer journey. And there being 3 key stages that people go through, which they do across social media, but you need to really focus on it on TikTok and really understand how to speak to them at the different stages, how to attract them, how to engage them, and how to convert them. But the opportunities are endless. So I want you to keep in mind, I know that you know this, that yes, you're on the FYP, but just if you're thinking about, I want to be discovered by new audiences, the right people, then the people that I'm trying to attract, that's going to be a great opportunity for you. And as I said with lives, like we know, when you're speaking on a specific topic as an expert and people pay attention to you from that, and then they decide to follow you off the back of that, they're following you because of what you're talking about, which means that you are attracting more of your ideal clients, the target audience that you want, because they're not going to be following you just because, you know, they decide, oh, I found that people are getting a lot more particular and fussy about who they follow. Think about it yourself. You know, we used to just follow people, creators a lot more easily. Now it's like, go to your profile. What's in your bio? Do you have a link? Can I find you elsewhere? You know, what's your content about? We're more investigative now than we were before. So essentially what I'm saying to you is that the opportunity is there. Anyway, let me move on to the next point. Multiple options for real-time engagement with TikTok Live. What do I mean by that? When you look at the in-house features of TikTok, let's just talk about live. You have the option to go live yourself. You have the option to collaborate and do a dual live where there are two of you. So the dual live where there are two of you, it's you and the other person. The one thing I don't like, and thank you to those of you that are here with me, don't forget to give this a thumbs up as you come into the live. I better be careful because my laptop might start responding with the emojis. Anyway, I digress. So you have the option with dual lives. The only thing that I don't like about that is that if you're going live with another creator, you both have to go live at the same time, but your comments are not shared. So you won't be able to see the comments or who's joining the person that you're collaborating with, and vice versa. You also have the option to do collaborative lives and do community-based lives. And you can do this with audio only, or you can have the camera option as well. That's something that also works. And also, what a lot of people don't know, because TikTok haven't really publicized this and spoken about this, but there's an actual audio only live feature. Let me know if you knew that. Hand up emoji in the comments if you knew that there is. Investigative, good word. Yes, thank you very much for saying that. I like to bring the big guns when I come in live, I do. So there is, like Clubhouse or LinkedIn audio, which now has changed, by the way. I don't know if you're aware of this. LinkedIn audio has now changed to, you have to do it via StreamYard or streaming software. It's just not audio only. But TikTok has that opportunity and you can go live. So for example, like I have a membership, I can organize a live stream just for my members, but it will still go out to the FYP and it will still function in the same way as a live. It will just be audio rooms with just your icons. So I don't know if you actually knew that. No, I'm no longer, no, I changed the name of the channel, Miss Eileen. I did post about it in my, community tab. So yes, no, Video for Bosses is no more. It's Boss It Live. That's the name of my business and my brand. So that's another thing that I want you to think about. There is opportunities for you to tap into the different ways to live stream. And then also TikTok do have their own producer option for you to be able to go live via desktop. And in addition to that, there are certain streaming software that you can actually use. I don't personally recommend it because I want you to always create from and it to look like the culture. But if you can get it to, then that's fine. So the next thing is that you have the opportunities for new audience reach every time you go live. It's not limited, it's not capped. Every time you go live, how it works with TikTok, and welcome to everyone that's coming in, is that when you go live, and it can be a little bit uncomfortable. I'm going to just say this at the beginning. It's not like going live to your subscribers on YouTube or on Facebook where people know you and they're going to jump into that live stream. It's because it goes out, TikTok tests your live and it goes out to the For You page. And it goes out to cold traffic, which is great because that's the exposure to the new audiences. But if you haven't mastered how to attract and engage the audience, you haven't learned the strategy for lives and you're kind of a bit unsure about that, and you're just kind of stuck with not really kind of leading the conversation because of how things move and how it is culturally on TikTok. People are just constantly swiping, which is why you see the people coming in, coming out, people coming in, they're not really saying anything. So you really have to understand how it actually works so that you're delivering your live stream content that's going to grab their attention. But TikTok will initially send it to the new audience, which is great, because if you are confident with live streaming, you're confident about what you're saying, you have an opportunity to grab those people who are interested in what it is that you're offering, what you're speaking about. Does that make sense? But only if you understand how to leverage live video. And most of you are live streamers that are following me here. If you're following this channel, it's a live streaming channel, right? So that's essentially what happens. You have access to new audiences. It is cold traffic, but think about how you can nurture, grab those people up, as they like to say on TikTok, and start to nurture them. And as I said, what I typically will get when it comes to me going live, I'll either get conversions or new followers. It's rare that I don't convert, whether I'm converting at base level of subscriber or another product or service. It's rare that I don't. And it tends to be if I'm doing a shorter live stream as well, or if I haven't scheduled it, or I haven't done some other things to just make sure that people are aware. But essentially, when I'm going live, I'm always converting, or I'm getting at least 30 new followers, 30 plus. It used to be 100 plus, but it's kind of tapered off a little bit. But essentially, new followers every single time that have chosen to follow off the back of the live stream, off of the back of what I'm speaking about as the expert. Does that make sense? So therefore, you're going to get new people all the time that are attracted to your content. Every time you go live, you'll get new people. So this is why it's a game changer, because if you are staying 100% proof on your content, you're not diluting down your message, you're not going into grow rooms. If you want me to talk about that on another session, do let me know. You're not kind of trying to gamify your growth with trends, the follow for follow, the grow rooms, all of that stuff, then you're going to get a really good audience that you can then sell to. Does that make sense? So this is why it's a game changer for your business. The next thing is community buying culture. TikTok, the way it is set up, I know people don't like TikTok Shop. Let me know how you feel about TikTok Shop, live or replay. I know a lot of people don't like TikTok Shop, but there is something that is of benefit for you, for your business and your brand through that, even if you're not a TikTok Shop seller. You might be a TikTok Shop for creator seller. You might be a service-based business owner, product-based business owner, not using TikTok Shop. It is still beneficial for you because culturally, people have been primed on TikTok to buy. People are buyers on there, which is why we're seeing some digital marketing courses that are really taking off on TikTok, and people are saying that they're making, ridiculous amounts of sales. I do question some of the validity of some of the things that people are saying, but again, a conversation for another day. But essentially, you are able to sell there. That is why I'm saying to you, I am able to consistently sell on that platform. That is why when I launched my brand new bootcamp, brand new, not in terms of my teaching, but the actual format of the ToK Like a Boss bootcamp, that was cohort 1. 14 spots were sold. 10 in 5 days. And when I say 5 days, it wasn't 5 days of going live. It was 2 live streams. Or let me not do that. I did 2 lives. One on the 1st and one on the 5th of November. The first was 3. By the 5th, I got the other 7. And I believe Susan was on day 5. Susan was there because she secured her spot as well. Susan says, I love TikTok Shop to buy. That's where I started from. So yeah, a lot of people do. So essentially, if you have a platform that is primed to buy, then there's an advantage for you as a business owner, especially if you're using TikTok Live in a way that you're creating the right experience, you're understanding the follower buyer journey, you're meeting them where you are through your content and how you're delivering it. It's an absolute game changer for your business. The next thing is that it drives live sales effortlessly in real time. And I've actually gone ahead of myself in what I've said about selling, but what I haven't said to you is a strategy, and I'll share this with you, but don't tell anybody. One of the strategies that I use when I go live and I am opening up the doors for people to sign up and I'm promoting my products or services, in particular using the example of the ToK Like a Boss bootcamp. By the way, the ToK Like a Boss bootcamp, the doors are open now for cohort 2. Which starts next month. There is an early bird limited time discount. So everything will be linked in the description below. make sure that you go and check it out. It is a success pathway from getting started, growing your following to get into that first 1,000, and then going through the four different stages to monetization, using TikTok Live to make money for your business, your brand, whether it's digital products or services, whether it's physical products. That's what it teaches you. It teaches you the framework for your lives, how to build your community, how to engage your community. And so it's taught over lessons, worksheets, plus group coaching sessions and live practicals as well. So that's why it's a boot camp, because it is an intensive, but it's absolutely excellent. And I've had amazing feedback of my reviews so far. It's either 4 or 5-star reviews for it. So if you would like to secure your space on the early bird discount for the ToK Like a Boss bootcamp, all the information will be linked below. And yeah, it's definitely worth your while to do it. And yeah, when you actually go to the sales page, you'll see this come up on there, and it will give you a breakdown of the week by week, what you're going to be learning week by week on the boot camp. And Susan has confirmed, yes, I did secure my spot on day 2. Thank you, Susan. Yes, you were one of the people. And also, yes, I was going to say to you, the strategy that I use, which works very, very well on TikTok as well, is, as you know, it's creating urgency. I don't like to use the word FOMO, but it does work. So I have a strategy with my programs on TikTok Live, an open and close cart. So you can steal my strategy. It's totally fine. I have an open and close cart, which means that I'll open the live stream and I'll say, join the live stream, you can get this discount. Once the live stream ends, that's it. So what that then does is encourages people to buy and just invest there and then, especially if you're talking on the topic and so forth. But at the moment, what I'm doing, because this is week 2, we're going to week 3. So at the moment, I'm just setting it as an early bird. So for the first 10 spots, there'll be an early bird discount. But then next week, I'm going to be going to the open and close model, which then does drive the sales. So if you are interested in joining the bootcamp, definitely make sure that you sign up. This, as you said, Susan is here, and she has advised that she was signed up to do it. So today we have been talking about going live. Is it a game changer for your business and your brand on TikTok? I want to hear from you, from what I shared on the live. What are your thoughts about it? You know, what do you think? Do you think that these are some of the things that are attractive to you in terms of thinking and considering TikTok? Let me know in the chat what your biggest takeaway was. Was it using the features? Was it understanding how to talk to people when they come into the live? Was it the little secret that I shared in terms of the hack? I want to know from you. And make sure that you do stay dialed in and connected, friends. I haven't been going live or uploading content on my YouTube channel for a little while. Miss Eileen was asking about my channel. She hasn't been around for a little while. The channel name changed. If you know it as, knew me as Video for Bosses, it changed to Boss It Live, which is my business and my brand name. And so I haven't been able to upload as consistently because I have been dealing with a bit of a health challenge. So by God's mercy and grace, we're getting back on track. So you will see me coming live once a week again and also doing a weekly upload. But definitely make sure you stay plugged in, dialed in through my community, the community tab, because I have been posting consistently there. And so you're getting content there. I've been uploading, not stories, what am I talking about? I've been uploading shorts as well. So you're seeing, if you don't see long form content, whether it's live or a video, there is content being posted. So make sure that you are staying plugged in. And thank you so much for saying that, understanding the plan to move forward. Yeah, this is really important. I also want to encourage you that, you know, in this time where there is, thank you, Susan, where there is so much noise, and you might not be being pulled from left to right, it's really important that you stay focused and have tunnel vision. Stay the course of what you want your end goal to be, what the end goal is for you, and also for those who you want to serve, that you're called to serve. Otherwise, you're just going to get distracted and you'll find yourself just lost in the source of everything. And I don't want that for you. So again, just to remind you, if you've been wondering why I've been talking a lot about TikTok, it's because of the ability that I've had to be able to monetize very, very quickly, not just using the in-house features, but also my own programs, my own academy, my own bootcamp. And you can do exactly the same. And if you need help for that, then definitely make sure that you, number one, check out the bootcamp. Or if you'd like to find out how you can work with me one-to-one, everything will be linked as well, because I do offer one-to-ones. So funny, I'm just going to say this very, very quickly. This is going to be time stamped. I had a conversation with a business owner and a creator who's known me for a long time. And she sent me a voice note with a suggestion of what I should be doing around my live videos. She was like, you should have a membership and so forth. And I was like, I actually have a full academy. And she didn't know that. And so this is a reminder for myself and a reminder for you. Don't stop telling people what you do. Don't stop promoting, sharing the opportunities of your set, because people may not necessarily know what it is that you do. Like, there's an assumption that I think that you know what I do, but people don't. So make sure that you are shouting it from the rooftops, letting people know who you are, what you do, who you serve, and how you can help them. Thank you very much for saying that I am right, Susan. So thank you everyone for joining today's session. Why TikTok Live is a game changer for your business. As mentioned earlier on, I'm going to pop a card up talking about TikTok Live subscriptions. I did a whole video on that, so make sure that you check that out. And I will see you all back here. It's been lovely to be back in these live stream streets on the old tube. I will see you again very soon. Take care. Yes, thank you. Take care. Bye.